Cal, obviously you all have built big leads the last 3 or 4 games. How important was it for this team to take that next step in holding on to the lead, building on it in the second half, as opposed to letting them back in the game?
Well, I keep talking daggers. You know, Olivier made 2 free throws and a jump hook. Those are daggers. The 3 by Devin, the rebound by Devin in traffic, those are daggers. Biggest thing is we're a good defensive team. We learned a little bit from the last time playing them, how you have to play them. And then we knew coming in it was going to be hand-to-hand combat. And we didn't back away. Look, they're a top 20 team. They're probably a top 15 team. They got a chance to get to a Final Four. And we came in here and did it. And it's one game. And now, we keep building. I think Tom was the one that told me. I didn't realize a few years ago we were 6 and 7 and ended up getting to the Elite 8, I believe. Lost 4 in a row, and everybody's going crazy. And all of a sudden, the way it was the same kind of deal, and the team turned it around. And like I told him after, is even when they were playing bad, I believed in them. Even when individuals were so bad it was scary, I believed in them. And you just keep working with kids. They're kids. You keep working with them. You hold them accountable, but you keep encouraging and coaching and challenging and getting them to think outside their comfort level. And then when they're doing it right, you're there. When they're not doing it right, you hold them accountable. That's, believe me, that coaching. And so, I'm just going to keep doing what we're doing. The kids are getting better. Shooting the ball better. We passed up a couple shots again, and I went nuts. Because they ended up being bad shots when we had open. Just take it. You shot an air ball. Why didn't you take the first one? And so but instead of 10 or 12 of those, there's less. There's 2 or 3 a game now.
Jerry Tipton. Jerry? You're muted.
There I am. I'm okay. I'm up now. Sorry. John, you guys made like 3 of your first 22 shots in the second half and yet expanded the lead. I'm wondering if that's your favorite kind of what that says about the team.
I wish we would have made a bunch and been up bigger, but, we were really guarding. And I'm going to tell you what else we did. We really rebounded. Now, I don't know the last time that we played them. I think they out-rebounded, beat us the balls. But we did some good stuff today. They weren't at their best. I know they're better than they played. But let me just tell you, we were at our best. When you have a game where we have 11 turnovers, and think about we had a bunch of them at the end, so we probably had 8 or 9 turnovers. And then we had those 2 or 3 at the end that, they go on the scoreboard. But, like I said, I believe in this team. I still do. Don't care about record. I don't even know what the record is. All I want to know is that we're getting better. That's it. Now, people can go crazy. You need to know the record. I'm just telling you. I don't even look at the score. I'm just coaching my team to get better. And you know what? This group of young, inexperienced kids need us to be that way. But hold them accountable. You got to hold them accountable or you're not coaching.
What was the key, John, to defending Springer and Keon Johnson? They didn't have nearly the same game.
We tried to crowd the court a little bit, and we did a better job of it.
Jeff Drummond.
Now, let me add one other thing. We played team defense. We're becoming a team. Can you imagine? You know where we were 4 weeks ago? Every guy trying to get theirs. Let me look this game. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think in the last 6 games, you ready? We have 7 guys in double figures. The last 6 games. And you know what? Jacob Toppin has 8 points a game. So you got 8 guys that are almost double figures. Are you ready? That's a team. You're not trying to get yours. We're trying to do this together. I've been begging and talking, and I think sometimes they got to hit the bottom before they start to climb back. But it was, good effort.
Okay, go ahead, Jeff Drummond.
Cal, you kind of touched on it there briefly, but you've talked a whole lot this season about the 50-50 ball. It's kind of been the bane of some of the close games you've been in, but came up with just about all of them today, and Keon was huge on the boards. Can you just talk, was that a big emphasis coming into this one?
Well, that's when you're playing in this kind of game, it's hand-to-hand combat. You're just fighting for your life. And if the ball's there, grab it. Now, we had 2 or 3 that I was on them about, but I watched the tape and said, I probably shouldn't have said anything. And again, you're going with guys who are playing well, and that's just how it is. That's the game. It's we're not living in China. It's not communism. Everybody gets this is we're running with a group of guys that are coming up with 50-50 balls that are fighting like crazy. And if a guy in front of you is really playing well, then you have to wait until you get your chance and then prove you should be playing more. And we got a couple guys in that boat, but I'll tell you, the guys that were on the floor fought like crazy.
Larry Vaught.
John, two things. Could you just talk about the way that Isaiah Jackson continues to just change the game so much on both ends? And then do you think the offensive success that you've had lately, is that fed part of what looks like increased energy on defense for your guys?
Larry, unfortunately, you're probably right, because this team, their personal performance affected their body language and how they play. That's what an immature player does. That's what a guy that's has played high school and it was always about him. That's not what they do. And then they become energy zappers. They zap our energy because their head's down and moping around because I missed 3 shots. So you're probably right. But what one of you said, we were 3 for 20 starting the half and none of our energy waned. So maybe we broke through that today. But I've been talking about it for 2 months, 3 months. Again, everybody was so concerned with themselves. We couldn't be a team. We had no summer. We had no fall. We had no real exhibition. And then we never came. We're starting now. It's, kind of, we maybe we're running out of runway, but, they're starting to become the team that we wanted to see.
John Clay.
Cal, earlier in the year, I know you complained about guys not following the game plan. How much do you feel like you've improved on that, especially on the defensive end?
Well, and again, John, how their personal performance was dictated if they followed the game plan. If they weren't playing well, they didn't follow the game plan. So now we got a team. This is a really smart team. I did another couple wrinkles today. Did you see them? On defense and offense. Did you see them? Good.
No, but I'm sure, but they worked, whatever they were.
Yeah, you didn't see. Well, I can do that with this team because they're really smart. So when they aren't following the program, the game plan, it's based on I turned it over, took a bad shot, shot an air ball, and then I'm not worried about the game plan. That's what an immature team does. But we're busting through that.
Kyle Tucker.
Yeah, Cal, you mentioned all those guys in or around double figures, and today in particular, how significant is it, do you think, that it wasn't just one hot guy dragging you, from start to finish, but different guys kind of rising up in different moments, and it was kind of Davion and Isaiah in the first half, and then a lot of Keon and Olivier in the second half.
Yeah, that's what a team does. When you're a team, you fly like geese. Whoever's in the front, and then they come back and the others, or you could be Buffalo. And when one jumps over the edge, we'll all go with them. And what we've been here during our time, we've been the team that we don't know who's going to be the star. I've had many teams here that they all talk about different guys being the star. Like they like this guy, another guy, it's been that way. Yes.
John.
Go ahead.
John Wong.
Hey, John, throughout the year, you've talked about the guys having to trust each other more. Where is the trust factor now? And is this a team that their coach can trust them to do what they want to do?
Well, at the end of the game, I was kind of on them because I said, I'm trying to get you to finish a game where you, as an individual player, look like you are really good and on top of things. So you come down and turn it over or break it off or drive a way that we're saying don't drive, and you do this, I'm going to hold them accountable, and I did at the end. But they're trusting each other now, especially defensively. And you know what? What's great about it, they know who's playing should be playing. They know. They all do. And it's been great to see them encourage each other. You understand in practice, and whether it's Lance or Cam or Dante, these kids are encouraging them. When you get your chance, man, go play. But they also know they're playing well and deserve to be on that court.
Okay, two more. Let's do Austin Miller, and then Jerry Tipton will close us out. Austin?
Cal, you talked about mental toughness after that Auburn game. How has this team developed today in a week versus where they were Saturday, where tonight they weren't making shots in the second half and the lead stayed the whole time? There was no cut.
No, they're getting better, Austin. They're getting better. And, I wish we were just halfway through our season because, they've shown unbelievable growth. But I'm throwing the term dagger at them left and right. Don't miss a front end one-on-one. Now you had a chance for a dagger and you missed the front end one-on-one and they come down and score. You threw the dagger and hit us in the neck. So and when a guy makes a dagger like Devin, I'm letting them know. That's what I'm looking at. And when a guy misses a couple shots, I'm like, dude, where's the dagger? You had your why are you afraid you're going to miss? Those are daggers. And so, it's coming at us from different angles, but I'm also saying a dagger's a loose ball, taking a charge, getting a block, a tough rebound. Those are daggers too. Those take away that possession from them.
Okay, Jerry, close us out.
Yeah, John, I wondered, this is the first time in a while the game didn't come down to possession by possession. Was that a good thing in terms of a relief from that, or would you rather have more of them to get better at that?
I like overtime games. They excite me.
I hope you're kidding.
I am kidding. Overtime games are fine and you learn from them, and we're learning, but we've been in a lot of close games. Like, could I say 12, 13 of them have been like, it could have gone either way. And only a few came our way. The rest went the other way. And now, we needed to go and have a good win to let them know you can do this. Just throw those daggers, keep defending, keep rebounding, and you can do it. Thanks, guys.